Infernal blessings to all. Infernal greetings to all. The demonic feminine, demonic masculine. What is it? Well, it comes from the root word daemon, which in Greek means genius, supernatural, just super extraordinary individual. Your true self is what it's referring to. Some would say a holy guardian angel self. I don't use those fluffy definitions. I try to stay away from all that religious definition, but yet still it seems to seep in everywhere. So to make it clear, it's just your true self. Your true self is not who you currently are. Most of us are wearing a mask. We're in the actor and actress mode to exist and survive in this programmed reality, this weird reality, so to speak. So with that being said, the demonic feminine is a warrioress. She is power personified. She is ruthless, cunning, as well as ferocious and vicious. She is also seductive, sensual, and sexual. She is everything you could imagine that a warrior goddess could be, or a warrior queen could be, which is far removed from the modern day interpretations of goddesses, dark goddesses, things of that nature, where we tend to water it down to just focus on the motherly nature. That's all beautiful because that is one definite strong aspect of a feminine energy. However, we tend to negate the warrior aspect, the ruthless, cunning aspect, because it doesn't fit into the narrative of what a woman should be in society and how they try to program and control women. So the demonic feminine is on the rise in many women. It is bringing that warrior energy out, so you find yourself not taking trash from anyone. You find yourself addressing negativity immediately. You find yourself just cutting it off before it begins. But unfortunately, they will label you as toxic because of that. You're toxic because of that. And you're not. This is how society, and particularly the conscious community, tries to label and control people because they themselves have never undergone the shadow work that's necessary. And I'm not talking about this fluffy, watered down shadow work that people are doing nowadays. You couldn't even stand in front of the shadow work we do on the left-hand path because you're so fluffy and weak that you would run from yourself immediately when it is exposed. This new shadow work that they're talking about is weak. But anyways, I digress. And therefore, they tend to label these women as toxic because you address and cut off the BS before it even begins. They tend to try to label you as you're too sexual or things of that nature. But you have to embrace all aspects of yourself. The problem with most people is they only embrace the light. Therefore, they embrace this false narrative of who and what we should be and never embrace the truth about ourselves, which is often more than not found in the dark. I'm going beyond the shadows because in the shadow, there is still light. And this is something that people are not understanding. The shadow, there's still light, and that light can be confusing unless you deeply embrace the darkness within and take a journey deep within into your darkness to truly understand aspects of yourself that is either shunned in society, ignored in society, or just trying to be eliminated by society. So to truly reach the level of demonic feminine power, you must integrate the light, which is the intellect, not some false light, which is some healing aura, some healing light, some gold light that just heals and transforms, which it doesn't, because it's only hitting one surface. It's not going deeper inside of you because the light can never reach there. Because in order for a light to reach there, you first have to embrace the fact that you are in darkness, that you exist in darkness, and you are a dark individual from the very beginning. The demonic masculine is definitely under attack. The demonic masculine is a warrior energy. It's a strong energy. It does not take BS lightly. It'll approach it and eliminate it quickly, but that is called toxic, because we're supposed to fall and cave into this level of emasculating men right now and making them more feminine, which is a construct that was begun by Tavistock and other secret societies, so to speak, to particularly focus on the melanated people. Why is that? Well, if I take a man and make him more feminine, make him more interested in that way of existence or life, then there is no more reproduction. Therefore, you cut off the source of reproduction, because the man holds the seed to germinate life. The woman takes that seed, nourishes it, and brings life from that seed. But that seed is essential, because without that seed, the tree can't grow. They understand this fact, so therefore they try to emasculate men. They try to feminize men. And as a warrior, as a demonic warrior at that, who has gone into their darknesses, understands their rage, understands their anger, understands their hatred, and tries to not eliminate it, but rather integrate it into becoming a complete and whole being, that's a problem. Because now I'm not playing your games. I'm not playing that program mentality. I'm not giving into this programming, but rather I'm standing on my own 2 feet as a sovereign grand commander and ruler over self. And I don't play the games with y'all. I'll let you know quickly, cut that BS out. I'm not with that. I don't agree with that. And that's a major problem. It's a major problem because society doesn't like it. Society doesn't like when you stand up for yourself, speak the truth, and become who you are. You truly are a God, but you forgot. But not God as in, I'm a God, and then your responsibilities, ways, and actions do not correlate to the statement you're making. A God is not just some spooky divine title like people say. Like, I have a problem when people be like, oh, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Yeah, you're still in that religious program mentality, because somewhere in our minds, when we hear divine, we're still associating it with some spooky entity or some spooky force or some universe. And none of those things hold any water when you go deeper into the left-hand path, because we are separating from that old paradigm, creating our own paradigm, separating from this universe, separating from these religious constructs, human constructs. We are separating ourselves and becoming our own gods and our own masters. People do not like that. They want you to always worship and externalize everything. Wake the hell up. It is time to take control over yourself. It is time to let that demonic warrior side come out, whether you're masculine or feminine or male or female. It is time to let that out. Not time to play it safe, play it nice. You see, the war that is currently taking place, and there is a war taking place, but the war that's taking place is not an external war like we think it is. The pandemic and things like that is not a physical thing as much as you may think so. It is a war of the mind. It is called mind control. Therefore, most of the things you are experiencing in today's world with this situation is all about controlling your mind. If I control your mind, I can easily make the body sick. Therefore, many people are weak-minded, and therefore things escalate in the physical. Fight to protect your mind, evolve your mind, expand your mind, because your mind is all. Be that demonic masculine, demonic feminine, and do not let anybody take that away from you. If you're a female and you have yet to explore what it means to be a warrioress, do that. If you've yet to explore your sexual side because you've been demeaned by you're too sexual or that, tell them to shove it and experience and explore what you must. As Luciferians, we indulge, but with restraint. That means we do indulge. We just restrain because we understand that anything in excess can be harmful. So we know when to reel in our sexuality. We know when to reel in our warrior energy and use it accordingly for a greater purpose, not just from some haphazard random thing. We use it for a greater purpose, which is our development and growth, our transformation. But don't get it twisted. Y'all hear me many times talk about a lot of left-hand path philosophy aspects and principles, but don't get this twisted. I'm a Black magician for real. I know and understand how to use Black magic for self-development, transformation, and growth, but I also know how to open it up and use baneful magic for destruction, death, and chaos. And you all should learn this as well, because as much as people will try you, there's certain times you're just going to have to open that can of whip ass, and never be afraid or ashamed to do that. Never do anything out of remorse and then feel remorse or guilt afterwards. Be that demonic masculine, be that demonic feminine. Let's work it. Now, classes. This week, starting on Thursday, the beginner's walk on the left-hand path class is at 8 p.m. on Thursday. All my people who are in that class, be there. It's going to be a great class as we go deeper into Luciferianism and understand Luciferianism. The Luciferian Gnosis or Gnosis we're going into, we'll be discussing the triad. The Luciferian triad, and understanding that wholeheartedly and how it applies to your life. Friday, we're going to the Journey of the Clip-Off class. Please, my Journey of the Clip-Off people, I need more participation from y'all. Lately, I haven't even been able to do the class because no one's participating. I refuse to just have a class one-on-one. For that, I could do a consultation and reading. Let's get just like 3 or 4 people sign up in that class. Please attend Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Saturday, our first class for the Black Path of Shaitan, where we will delve deep into the darkness, deep into the abyss, to understand who Shaitan is. Shaitan, the predatory, devouring spirit of Shaitan, and how that can be used by you to empower yourself. We will delve deep into Jinn, working with the Jinn, being mounted or possessed by the Jinn, and how to use or bind that energy or force to become greater as well as effective physical existence. And much, much more will be involved in there. It's still time to sign up. The first class is Saturday for Black Path of Shaitan at 8 p.m. If you want to sign up for the Beginner's Walk on the Left-Hand Path class, you still have time. We're only a little ways in. You can always catch up. Luciferian class is still posted on there on Patreon. All the videos and lectures are on there, and all the ritual work and homework is on there. You can still sign up and take that. You just won't have live interaction like the other classes. So if you want live interaction, these are the classes that are presently live interaction. Beginner's Walk, Left-Hand Path, Journey through the Clip Path, Black Path to Shaitan, Vampire Magic, which we are truly beginning to evolve in that, in the Sith class. The Sith is real. It is real. There's a reason why I have chosen the Sith. It is because this very fact, and people always harp on, why do you use the Sith and Sith. It is real to me as your God or demon or devil is to you. Sith is just as real to me as it is to you when you equate your gods, dark demons and devils and all these things you want to acknowledge but can't show or prove. It is just as real to me. Why? Because I'm the living embodiment of the Sith. Sure, it's a Hollywood thing, but is it possible that Drew Capricorn, that George Lucas and some of the many authors open gateways? Is it possible they channel certain archetypes to try to teach humanity through what seems like science fiction. I leave you to figure that out and try to get the answers for that. But it is possible, just as possible as anything else is. But I can tell you this, my Sith, my fellow Sith, we're getting it. We're leaving this old paradigm behind and creating a new paradigm through the Sith classes. We are masters of our own destiny and controlling our own life and creating our own life as Sith. You know, in most of the classes, I never go into black magic. I never really teach people baneful, destructive magic. I never teach people a lot of these things. And there's a reason why. Because the Sith, in the Sith classes, the first part of the Sith, the Sith Lord's class, you go through 14 challenges. You have to fulfill all 14 challenges. You have to be tried, tested, and proven before you get the true work. I'm not going to show people how to do that, black magic, things like that, because people misuse it and destroy what could be something beneficial to them. They have confusion sometimes, remorse and guilt, and they can basically hurt themselves in the process. So my Sith, they've proven themselves through 14 challenges that challenges your mind, body, spirit, and soul. This is why I focus on the Sith. This is why I'm so passionate about the Sith. This is why they are getting the mysteries more so than most of the other classes. Because Sith is not really a class. It's an actual order of Sith that we are coming together and building nationwide, continent-wide, and other continents, other countries outside of America. We are everywhere. We are the Sith, and this is why I have this color on today, because I'm emanating the essence of the Sith as we speak. I'm emanating what it means to be passionate, because lies are that peace is everything, and it's not. Peace is a lie. There's only passion, and when you understand passion, desire, that fuels your intentions, that fuels your ritual work, that fuels it and gives life to it, and therefore you begin to evolve and become even more powerful. We live by that. Peace is alive. Therefore, there is only truly passion. And through that passion, I gain my strength over myself again, to control myself, to dictate my every move and not be so much affected and influenced by this socially engineered society we are living in. Through strength, I gain power, the power to be the sovereign grand commander and ruler over this vessel in mind. Through power, I gain victory. Why? Because through victory over myself, I'm now victorious. I've overcome my programming, my issues, my trauma. Through victory, my chains are broken. All the mental chains that have shackled me and even the physical chains are now broken. I am the sovereign grand commander. I am the ruler over self. I am the dark Sith Lord over self. I am the Darth over self. This is for those who really want to go deep into the dark and understand the dark side, understand how to use the force of the dark side, understand how to use their hatred, their rage, their fury, their anger, and not suppress it. Get down with the Sith classes. Get at me. I have a page specifically designed for the Sith on Instagram. The Black Path of Sith. Get at me. DM me there if you really want to know more about Sith and really want to get involved. Now, all my Sith, please DM me only through the Black Path of Sith, unless we have other arrangements. Only DM me through the Black Path of Sith, and let's work together. That Black Path of Sith is created for us and for us to be Sith and commune with other Sith. So get at me at the Black Path of Sith if you're interested, and that's at the Black Path of Sith on Instagram. As well as there's an email, the Black Path of Sith at gmail.com. If you're interested in really going into the dark side, mastering the dark side, controlling the dark side, unleashing your power, email me there as well. And on my Sith, now communication is done through Black Path of Sith. DM me through there or email me at the Black Path of Sith. I'd rather have you Instagram me. But let's work this. This power is real. This power is not no joke. You got to be serious when you open up those gateways and portals, because things can come at you if you ain't ready. All right. Infernal blessings, infernal greetings to all.